Hi, my name is Holly Golder, and I'm going to be talking to you about the book, The Day Madear Voted. This is actually one of the notable trades books recommended by NCSS2. It's a really great book. I am excited to show some work that you can use in your classroom. In Delaware, we talk about voting in grade 1. That's where we start to introduce this idea. So I've targeted it for grade 1 civics. So starting off with a warm up, this idea that getting at the heart of voting is how we can make decisions, one of many ways. So in this warm up, they are being asked, your teacher tells your class that due to your positive behavior, you're going to get a special reward, extra resource, or extra time on the computer. So how and who should decide what to do? So maybe they'll come up with a list. There's a lot of different ways that you can enter into this. You can have them try and brainstorm as many ways that you could make this decision and have them try and talk about and rate them. So they might say you could fight for it. You could pick a name out of a hat. So there's a lot of different ways that we can make decisions, and maybe they'll get to the idea of voting. So you can start to talk about like, well, why is one of these better than the other and which one should we do? And kind of priming them this idea that decisions in a democracy are made by voting, and that will kind of leaps into this idea of what the book is about. So this is an image of people lining up to vote. They don't know that necessarily yet, even though you might have talked about it in the previous one. So we're going to have them do a See, Think, Wonder from a Library of Congress strategy. And there's a lot of different things they could be waiting for. You could even have them brainstorm, like, what would you wait in line? Like, that's a really long line. When have you waited in line this long? What were you trying to do? Was it something that you wanted to do? Was it something that was important? Was it something that you wanted? So all these ideas are thinking about the idea of the importance of what voting, of voting. Okay, so now we're going to start to get into the book. So they're going to look at this title and have them start thinking about and connecting the previous two activities to this book. So what questions you have about this book, like who, what, why, where, when, and how. This is a video. Please preview it to make sure that it matches your context of your state. But this gives a little preview of what voting is before reading the book. You can watch that on your own. So we might have them start thinking about what words describe voting. This is a semantic exercise of vocabulary building. And as an engagement strategy and a purpose for reading, there is a pinch card. So a pinch card is that you kind of hold a card and then you choose. There's images on the front and the back. So the front matches what's on the back. So if a phrase that is red, I'm going to, if it makes me happy or Madear, you're going to pinch the smiley face. So the smiley face is the teacher sees that if the student has chosen it. So it's been purposely placed front and back. So you're going to have to do front to back copies. So that's going to be what they are going to be doing as they read. So as we read, think about the many different emotions Madear and others experience. So this could also be an SEL, building empathy, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So what emotions did you identify in the story? Why do you think voting was important to Madear? So it talks a lot about the expansion of voting, her first time voting, why it was important to her, setbacks along the way. And then this is just a little bit of background knowledge, kind of bringing it back together and summarizing. So there is a sentence stem here that you could have them do as pairs. If you wanted, you could have them write a reflection or tell each other reflection, tell you a reflection, depending upon the grade that you're using this in. And then I did include a couple of different extension videos, depending upon the time you might have and your context. And then this is a 2-minute interview with the author because this is written by Wade Hudson and illustrated by Dante, Black author. I want to make sure that students can use this as a mirror and sliding glass door. So I hope you enjoyed this book.